What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Ooh,
Hey, doing good.
hello.
How about you?
Girl, the energy. The
I
energy.
mean, no, because you
I got
start it starts sounding like this. It sounded like what's that one? You know the one rapper? He wasn't a rapper, but back in the day, they had that little box on their voice. What was the name of that group?
T-Pain.
Huh?
Not T-Pain.
You talking about like I sound like
No, no.
auto tunes?
Yes, you sound like
Like auto
auto tune real
tunes?
quick. Yes.
I see. Okay, I see. I see. We gonna be shady today. I see that. I see. I see. We also repping Jamaica.
That's what his name
Oops.
was.
Oops.
Roger. You know what I'm
Who?
talking about? Roger.
No, no, that was before my. I'm that young. That's before my time.
You know
Not
exactly
before
what
your
I'm
time.
talking about.
Brian, Brian, I don't need
The
you looking like that.
shade.
That I'm that young. That was before my time.
You know what I'm talking about. The first
Mm-hmm.
one who did auto tunes, Roger. That's what you sounded like.
Oh, okay. I'm not familiar. Please enlighten me.
let me pull it up. Hold on. And when you start bopping, I know it's not.
I won't. I won't. It's not. It's not in my repertoire.
It's not in your
Thank you.
wheelhouse. Let me see, Roger.
Brian, are you familiar with that, Roger?
I don't know who Roger is, but I know what she's referring to.
Uh,
Like
thank
vocoders
you.
was a thing back in the day.
Oh
Yeah.
man, is it
Oh,
Roger the
okay.
artist?
Okay. I see. Two gets one today. All right. That's okay. That's cute. I got it.
I mean, it's your computer that's messing up, not ours.
And period.
Oh, 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 oh,
Oh, there you go, Mario.
oh.
Roger.
On my way out of. I can't see. I don't have my glasses.
Oh, hold on. Let me see.
Oh yeah.
Oh you
Of
know that?
course. No, cut it off. Ain't that it? Ain't that it? Anyway, how y'all doing? How y'all week been?
It's been going really good. Oh,
It's been a pretty decent week. Yeah.
right. It has been a very fast week because I only worked 2 days really because one day I only had to do 5 hours. I didn't go to work on Sunday, and then I didn't have to run shift yesterday. So really, I only had a day and a half of work.
Uh, oh yeah, because you was running up out of there over the weekend only to. That's what I'm saying. You be doing the most, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna let you live.
Oh, you ain't gonna bring it up?
I'm
Mm.
gonna. No, I ain't say I was gonna bring it up. I brought it up, but I'm gonna let you live. Ain't that it? Wow.
Maybe I was on the sick and shut in list, honey. I promise you I was.
Please, please. What about you, Brian? What you been getting into this week?
Honestly, I really mostly just been going to work. It's been actually the opposite. It's been a really slow week for me.
Mm.
Um, I I don't get the luxury of leaving early, so I just get to sit around and stare at my feet. So yeah. I will say outside of that though, I just booked my first out of town DJ gig. So kind of
Oh,
liking that.
dang, that's good.
So
Good for you. Good for
yeah,
you.
Yes.
Yes. That's made.
yeah.
Look at you. Come
So
on
Out of
now.
state where? Don't say Kentucky.
uh, it's Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah.
Oh my God. Why did I
Yeah.
know
But is that not out of state?
It is. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with your haters everywhere, Brian. Now you starting early. Now see you got your haters. She's showing herself early. Anyway,
That's okay.
congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's that? A 90-minute drive? Copy. Come on. Let's go.
Yeah. About that. Yeah.
You hear the shade she got for you?
But I'm
I
proud
mean,
of you.
here's the thing. Like, I'm going to be a name that nobody there has ever heard of. So,
And that's period.
Boom,
yeah, I'm
Come
going to
boom.
on,
take it.
Brian. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about, baby. Shake it off.
What did he
Get
say? Because he didn't say he said he didn't want to be like you and a name that everybody knows in
Oh,
Louisville.
yes, baby.
I mean,
Mm.
there's a lot of people that know my name for various reasons, but
Oh,
Ooh,
oh,
period.
that
never mind. I
big
was here.
bar
I
in
was trying to come
Louisville,
to your
they do not
defense.
know. Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
But
that's
no,
a
that's
good
really
Yeah.
good. That's really
thing.
good. How you feel about that?
Good, and actually the main topic that we're going to talk about a little bit later on is kind of inspired by this journey. So we'll touch on that in a little bit. So how was your week?
My week has been good. I am. It's been good. I'm enjoying my new role. My new work environment. So yeah, really, I enjoy the people. I enjoy the culture. It's very refreshing. I don't dread as of now. I don't dread getting up in the morning. Now I get up earlier than I did before. I don't dread that drive in or nothing like that. And I just get there. Like for today, it was a long day. Like it's been some long days, but I haven't felt like the need to complain or feel like I'm ready to kill somebody or anything like that. Not
You ain't
literally,
feel exhausted.
Yeah.
but yeah, so it's been really good. I've enjoyed it. So
That's what's up.
and then we getting ready for this 40th birthday situation. So wrapping all
Ooh,
that up, get ready for that because that's coming
see
fast
my
and furious.
nails. I got my son got that P on the middle finger. Take the haters off for your 40th, baby. What is your computer froze?
It might as
Oh,
well be. It might as well be. And I see you got your lashes done too, huh?
I did, baby.
White, you got your lashes done for his birthday?
Yeah, but the way she did them, cause I got them done before by her. When I was in Jamaica before I went to Jamaica, and they lasted 2 weeks. But she told me if anything happened before I leave, just come in and she'll fix them.
Mm, okay.
Because I didn't want to. I really
Wait till
wanted
that.
to go back on Thursday, but I feel like I'm gonna be rushing, and I don't want to do that.
I feel you. I feel you. That makes sense.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
and even though our flight is at 12,
Yeah, but that's still wait. Brian, her flight's at 12, and guess what time she's gonna be at the airport?
9:30.
And
Why?
I
Why?
told Brian, and she will be upset if she's not there at 9:30. So, my God, today she is definitely one of those ones believing being there 2 hours plus before the flight.
And y'all better been paying attention to the news because American Airlines been canceling left and right. So that's why I'm like, let me get to the airport. So yeah,
Getting there early ain't
let
what's that gonna do?
then I can maybe find another flight, sweetheart.
But we on a like an early flight, so you know,
You guys are, but
yeah,
you might be on the next flight with us. Who knows?
doubtful, honey, doubtful. Anyway, that was cute, but not so much.
We can be
Not so
all on
much.
the same flight.
Ain't that it? Ain't that it? Anyway, Brian came up with our topic this evening, so I'm gonna kick it off to him and let him get us into it.
Yeah. So as I mentioned, like this, it's kind of related to uh, my like I was talking about as far as getting a gig out of town, but it's also we haven't talked about a lot about politics lately, so I kind of wanted to touch on a couple things of like what's been going on and kind of my opinions and thoughts on that. So I'll have you play that and we'll go from there.
All righty, let's get it.
Yeah.
So the CIA manual for simple sabotage basically is the playbook of the left, right? That's sort of the problem. I've been in progressive organizing for a number of years. I think at least 15, maybe it's almost 20 at this point. There's a lot of people who will do this thing called bike shedding, right? Like you want to build a bike shed. You're going to just put up some corrugated tin. Oh no, wait, but what if if we used wood and then we could get reclaimed wood, and then if we got reclaimed wood, then maybe we could go to like a scrapyard that's owned by a BIPOC person to get the reclaimed wood for the bike shed. And it's just like 19 meetings later, sure, we have a pile of reclaimed wood after sourcing it from like the most ethical place, but now you still don't have a bike shed and it's been 19 weeks, right? And like 48 people are involved now, and there's 17 email threads, and there's like one of the threads is blowing up because there's a huge drama triangle in it, and now you can't do anything, right? Some of this is an artifact of large groups. People want to organize around, let's do a new thing, but nobody can agree on what that new thing is. It's easier to organize around, let's stay here and do not new things, because that's the thing that we're doing, right? It's also easier to organize around one unifying narrative, and the nature of progressivism is that you can't unify the narrative of progress. The only real workaround that I've figured out for this is actually to just hold some views that upset some progressives and accept the fact that some progressives are going to be upset, and then don't do anything about it. Let them go to a different place and be upset there about some other thing. And instead focus on getting the bike shed built.
All right.
Yeah. So the first kind of thought that I had about this, and this is like tying it into my own story, and we'll circle back to the kind of the political aspect to it, but I think it's like kind of an uplifting aspect here is like stop letting the goal of perfect be the enemy of good. Sometimes you just have to acknowledge that it is what it is and that you will not be able to make something perfect, and that's something that I constantly have to remind myself. I'm pretty critical of myself at times, and so I need to take a step back and say that you are good and you are good enough, or that being good is good enough, and you don't always have to strive for perfect. And you know you've gotten where you've gotten by you've gotten where you've gotten. So, and if you're in a good place and you're happy with that, sometimes that's enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted you to explain this because initially when I watched it, I was like, um, I thought it was like a smoke and mirrors type thing, where we're talking about one thing and then we have something else that deflects from the main topic, which is kind of like which is going on right now. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, so which is going on right now in the world of politics, and so
Yeah.
I want you to be able to explain that. And so now that you put that on there, it's kind of opened up a different outlook on it. What say
Yeah.
you, Mama Kim?
Yeah, because Brian, I like how you explained that because when I watched it and listened to it and then even watching it again, I was like, it sounds confusing. But the confusion is, like you said, Mario, that smoke and mirror effect. Like, what was the goal? The goal was to build a shed. I don't care where we get the wood from. I don't care who does it. We just need this shed built for this dog. Why are we having all these email threads 45 people later and we still don't have it done? And to Brian's point, waking up every going getting this gig out of town, building a name for yourself, and understanding you are enough in what your goals are. And to your point too, Mario, the smoke and mirrors of the government is like they keep sliding all these things in. Now he got cancer. Huh? He got cancer.
Who got
They was talking
cancer?
Who got cancer?
Trump. They was talking about that the other day. Yeah.
Cancer? I know he's got some kind of he had some. I don't remember them saying
They,
about cancer. I remember,
mhm.
I'm not trying to invalidate your source.
No.
However, I remember he had a issue with some vein
And
situation or
his
something
hand, which they were saying that it
in
could
his
Right. It was a
be
leg.
circulation issue.
no,
In
he
his
said his hand. See,
okay.
It was
it's
both.
like
So he
telephone.
had discoloration on his hand,
Mm-hmm.
but his ankles were really swollen as well. So it was a
That's
general kind of
that's what I remember.
circulation
Yeah.
issue. Yeah.
No, they was talking about his hands too. But that's why I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we are drowning because now you're talking about welfare is getting taken away, whereas housing, Section 8, food stamps, Medicaid, all these things. Oh, but he might be dying. All right, no, we don't want to focus back on. We need to focus back on what this fucker has started with all this bullshit, and a lot of people are being affected.
Yeah. And I think that's a big part of that's another part to this whole video that I shared was that everybody wants to focus on everything all the time, and by doing so you basically paralyze yourself from being able to do anything. When you have to consider how everyone feels about it, how everyone feels about everything, you can't focus on how you feel or what you can accomplish regarding one thing because you're constantly focusing on everything. And I think
Yes.
sometimes you need to be able to take a step back and say, you know, whether you're a politician in Washington D.C. or you are, someone here on this podcast, sometimes you need to be able to step back and say, this is the bandwidth that I have. This is what we need to do to actually accomplish what we're trying to do. And, if somebody else is, let down or upset about we aren't getting to the thing that they feel is the most important thing,
Hmm.
sometimes it's going to be that way. And that's okay.
Is so kind of going back to what you originally said, like about being enough. Was that difficult for you to come to that realization that that you are enough and not have to be so critical of yourself?
Uh, to some degree, like, I don't know. That's kind of hard to. It's hard to verbalize for me. Like, I don't necessarily know that I have all of my thoughts together, even though I was the one that came up with the topic, and I don't know that I have it all straightened out in my own head to be able to verbalize it to you guys.
And I understand that. I think it's great though that as to see you coming into your own, so to speak. And I don't know if coming into your own is the right phrase or choice of words, but to to see that you were a self-taught DJ and now getting out of town gigs and stuff like that. So that's like everything is moving
Yeah,
along how they should be. You know what I'm saying? So it's refreshing to see that because then you're not the quiet guy off in the corner, chilling. You making moves and stuff like that. So it's definitely good to see,
right. Well,
despite
like
your
a
haters.
big part.
Despite what?
um,
Your haters, you.
Oh, copy.
um, the big thing that I was kind of like worried about was the owner of this bar wanted to have a conversation, and it was like overthinking that in my head of like, what is he possibly going to ask? How do I prepare to answer these questions? What is he going to talk about? And then of course the doubt creeps in of, am I enough for this? And yeah, actually I am. It's okay. And I need to be able to give myself a little bit of grace at times that, yeah, this is a new experience, but it's also exactly the same thing that I do any other weekend. It's just going to be in a different place and with some different faces around me. So,
There you have it.
Oh, that's a
yep,
good way to think about it.
Very good way.
I
absolutely.
Very
think
good
it
way.
is that one thing that you doubt and it's scary. Um, every time that you venture off to another place, like me being at this job and moving to different buildings and like you just said, in different faces. But you've done this job before 100 times. You can do it in your sleep.
Yep.
You can do all these things. But then it's like, okay, it's that fear again of what you said. Am I enough? But then you kind of psych yourself out of your blessings. I think we all do that because we at points feel like, are we good enough? Why did they choose me? Ain't somebody better? Um, but you was chosen for a reason.
Mhm.
Because you deserve to be there. And that's,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay. Mama Kim, how do you deal with that? How do you get your thoughts together?
You know what, Mario? I was thinking about this the other day because I've always had, well, for the last like 20 years, I guess now, have had trouble sleeping. And so it's because my brain has not shut down. So I'm thinking and more thinking and thinking about the next move, the move that I did before. How do I move forward? How do I not go back? How and how do I keep moving forward to be the best that I can be? It's hard because the other day, I think I was making myself sick. I wasn't feeling good all day, but then it was like, oh, this associate coming back. I got to deal with him, and I was like getting sicker and sicker, and I kept using the bathroom, and I'm running this thing in my mind, and I'm like, then the next day I went to work, and I was like, why did you psych yourself up like that?
What was I worried about? Yep.
What was I worried about? He shouldn't even be in my thoughts because I didn't do anything wrong. So let that part go and just do what you do. Just do the best that you can do. And I think a lot of times I tell people that all the time, even at my job. I'm like, do the best that you can do. People tell you stories and you wonder how they are surviving. A girl the other day, she didn't have her safety shoes on, and I was like, ma'am, I'm about to write you up. She was like, I'm gonna be honest. I only got 2 pair of shoes, and I'm living in a hotel with 2 of my kids. And I was like, oh. I said, next time I see you, you better have your safety shoes on. Get past today. But I can't even imagine that, right? But they was at work. But now you don't even have an address. You're going to go live in a hotel and you have small children.
Yeah.
And all you want to do is come in here and make your money and try to figure out. And she was like, I applied for an apartment. I hope I get it. Like, and them the things that I don't have to worry about. I come home, I can go get me something to eat. I turn on my lights. I can go lay down, and I don't have to stay in a hotel. And if I stay at a hotel, it's a choice. It's my choice. It's nothing that I have to do. So I think about them things too. Like I'm very blessed, and when I second guess myself, I can talk myself out of my blessings. So trying to do better with that.
Okay. Well, that's good. That's good. I guess understanding it, realizing know what you got to work on is half the battle, and working on it is the second half of the battle. So that's good.
Absolutely.
That's good. Okay.
But you put your 2
How
cents
about
into
you?
it, sweetheart.
Yeah. Like you just changed jobs not too long ago. I mean,
Right.
did you face any of the similar doubts or whatnot?
Um, I don't. My doubts in switching jobs wasn't more so. It had nothing to do with feeling like because this is probably the first time in forever that I felt confident in the switch, meaning like what this job entailed, I knew I could do.
Hmm.
It was probably the other part of it, like more probably the financial part of it, um, because it's a difference in pay. Um,
Yeah.
that probably weighed more heavily on me than anything else. I was like, I knew I could do the job. So that wasn't it was, and in this is probably the first time I walked into something feeling like I got it. I understood. I know the assignment. I can meet the assignment, which is probably a bigger deal for me than anything because I too second guess myself regularly. Just on any and everything. Whether something happens or get in my own head, or I'm not good enough for this, not good enough for that. Especially like when I worked for Kroger, man, I it was rough, and I enjoyed. I'll be honest, I did enjoy many aspects of working at Kroger, but I think it was the emotional noise around it. I had a
Hmm.
quote unquote mentor that I would see, you know, do so much for another gentleman. And then when it came to me, and I'm like, I'm the nigga you hang out with on a regular basis, you know what I'm saying? And then when it came to me, it was like, oh well, let me help you get this little piece of stuff here, and let me get you this. So in turn, it made me feel like I wasn't good enough for the bigger things, and so I just needed to take my little pieces here or there, and look, I refer to them as crumbs. Take my crumbs and keep it moving. Because I felt like the way it was presented was like, hey, this is all that's available for you, take it or leave it type of thing. And
Yeah.
so I don't know. So in the grand scheme of things, it kind of really made me question like it's like one is on one hand, that you're capable of your capabilities, your quality,
Right.
quality quality. Yes, you know what I'm saying.
Qualify,
I'm sorry.
Qualifications. Yeah.
qualifications.
Qualifications. Oh,
Thank
there it is. You know your qualification. You know, on one hand, you know that, but then when you sometimes you're placed in situations, you question that. It's like, well, am I really that qualified? Because why am I keep getting the crumbs and I see such and such getting the steak? You know what I'm
That's right.
saying? I'm, the
Yeah.
crackers, they getting filet mignon type situation like that, and I'm supposed to be. And I hear the saying all the time, be happy for the little things, because then bigger things come about. But I'm like, sometimes I want the bigger things so I can, experience that. And
Appreciate
even in this case, this move here, I did question it a little bit, because in the grand scheme of things, it's not the bigger thing. I'll tell you, it's not the big stake. It can lead to that, but
it.
it's not that now. And so I struggle with that for a good portion of it, because I was like, well, why do I have to feel like go backwards in order to go forward?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you wanted a
The
peace of
question when you put,
mind.
yeah, that I
You
mean, the
really
peace of mind is, yeah, and the peace of mind is important, but that I have to, like, what is the price I'm willing to pay for peace of
oh
mind, if
yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
that does.
You know what I'm saying? So, I granted I do have a greater sense of peace here
Mm-hmm.
than I did the previous
Yeah.
place, but
Mm-hmm.
it's still it's just the mental aspect of it, and I do a lot of stuff based off a life timeline. I always use that a lot of times. Oh, I'm such and such age, so I should be doing such and such thing.
X, Y, and Z.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and my life is not trending that way. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely not. And so coming to terms with that, it's probably my biggest struggle.
Yeah.
Mm.
There's a
I can
term that you
understand
used in
what you're
there.
saying with that, but I think I was even talking to somebody about that the other day because they was talking about how much money they make and blah 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 blah, and I was like, you know what? Look how old I am, and I'm just start making this money. A lot of people started making this money 20 years ago. And it was crazy because I was looking for pictures or something, and I ran across this letter that my dad wrote me and was just basically let me have it about my choices that I made, and I should be making this amount of money. And it was literally back in 1992. And I'm like, bruh, whatever, and he's like, you need to go to a computer class, and you need to go here, you need to go to this, and if you ever want to make any more money, you need to go do he broke it down on all these steps that I needed to take. And I'm like, to look back, I never thought I would be where I'm at now.
Mhm.
Even though it took me a long time, but I never thought I would be here.
Yeah, yeah. And then things happen the way they should. So you come to terms with that, Brian. You walking into your season and saying, hey, again, your haters is out there, trying to make it seem like the Louisville gig ain't no big deal, but it is a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because it's moving in the
Yeah.
direction of what you enjoy doing. You know what I'm saying? Teaching
Absolutely.
yourself to DJ and stuff like that, and moving in that space, that's amazing. You know what I'm saying? And even for you, Mama Kim, you doing your thing. I know it's a struggle there, but God knows I know that the struggles of that place. But starting from the bottom and then look where you are now. So it's walking into your season and stuff like that. So I think it's a lot of times it's just really evaluating and being, I guess, understanding the full picture, or seeing the full picture.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
And understanding your steps are already made. So understanding that, and everything happens for a reason. I think about that too. Everything happens for a reason. I know you don't
yeah,
like it, but it's in my
yeah.
case. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say
yeah,
every
yeah. And I hear that. And I hear people say that all the time. Everything happens for a reason, which I believe that. But sometimes understanding that is a different thing.
oh
Like,
yeah.
I believe things happen for a reason, but then when you're in a situation, you're like, well, what's the reason? Do you know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
that's,
oh, absolutely. Because you like, why
yeah,
did this happen to me? And in that moment, and then after the
yeah,
moment, a lot of things happen in my moments. And my dad said that in there, like, if you keep going down this road, your family is not going to be there. And I'm like, bro, leave me the fuck alone. But I had
right,
stopped talking to him for that. Like, you don't even know me, sir, and you don't get to judge me, and you don't know me. But we talked it
Yeah.
through and it was okay. But you have to struggle and unstruggle yourself, I guess that's the word. But trying to make sure that you're okay. And every day is one of them things you wake up and say, I am enough. I am good. Let me try. Every day I wake up, I try to do something new. And that's just where I am.
Okay. Good. Yeah. Well, thank you, Brian, for that. That was enlightening. Because obviously, like I said, when I watched it, I had a different
What so
mindset
what?
of
Yeah.
what it was. However, I don't think I'm gonna let you off the hook that easily. I think once you get
Sure.
your thoughts together, I would love to revisit that because I know you
Mhm.
said you
Sure.
didn't have your thoughts articulated quite yet, or not able to articulate it. But once you get them together, I would love to hear the 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 thought process and the outcome of that because I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be very interesting.
Hold me to it. Sure.
I definitely will. I definitely will. All right, guys. Thank you. Before we get out of here, though, I want to make sure that I let everyone know that if you are in the Indianapolis area for Labor Day weekend, please, please check out. Flash it. So this computer messing up, but check out the Hip Hop White Party Labor Day weekend. Our very own man. You would think I went to I had some issues growing up. I went to the Sylvan Learning Center like Pierre, but anyway, um, our very own DJ
Jesus.
Fox will be DJing, and then Max and Flossie Decor. They are doing their second uh, installment of the hip hop party. So shout out to them for that, and I'm sure it'll be a wonderful time.
Yeah.
Only
First one
expecting
was great. So
better things from. Yeah, so it was the big one. The first one was a big deal, so I'm sure the second one will be even bigger. So, and again, I'm sure as it stands into people just kind of walking into their season, you know what I'm saying? Just even them seeing how taking an idea, watching it flourish, and then seeing where it is. So, um, I'm sure it'll be nothing but great things for them as well. So, all right,
absolutely.
guys, we're gonna get on up out of here.
Absolutely.
Girl,
All
why you
right.
always? What is you doing? You always look like you sleeping.
Why you always fucking with me?
She was on her phone.
Anyway.
Sorry, guys.